Well, festive greetings, everyone. And even though we've all got Christmas on our minds at the moment, there's always time to think about the next cruise. And in this show, there is plenty to think about, like the newest, biggest cruise ship in the world. And that means only one thing. We're talking Royal Caribbean Adventures, and joining me to share the latest news is Tracy Bartlam, brand new friend to the show, fresh from Royal Caribbean. I'm going to say, Tracy, welcome and Merry Christmas.
Very Merry Christmas to you too, Derek.
Lovely to have you with us. Well, I tell you what, it's all going on with Royal Caribbean, isn't it? They're already owners of the biggest ship in the world right now. It's out there at sea, wonder of the seas. I've been lucky enough to be on. It was absolutely wonderful. I loved it. But two more on the way, one imminent as well, Icon of the Seas.
Yeah, on the 24th of January, Icon of the Seas will be making her maiden voyage from Miami.
It is incredible, at a cost of, and you know that we love to know the gossip here at Cruise1st TV, something like, I think I read, $2.4 billion US to get.
Sounds about right.
That's amazing. And already it's been announced, so I didn't think we were out for this gossip already, but the next Icon class ship. So Icon will be the first launching in January, but Star of the Seas, which is going to be the second, is already announced, and she's coming out in summer 25.
That's right, August 2025 from Port Canaveral.
My word. So there's a lot of gossip out there at the moment. We're just having a look at a little teaser preview that's all we can tell you about Star of the Seas so far. We can tell you a little bit more about Icon of the Seas, actually. And in fact, she's had pretty much a big adventure already, because I want you to take a look at this, because this is now, we were talking in terms of sizes, 6% bigger, I believe, than Wonder of the Seas is Icon of the Seas. But actually, in terms of what's inside, you'd think it was 20 times bigger.
Oh, completely. This is an absolute game changer for us at Royal. We're so excited.
It is incredible. Let's have a look around the different zones that we've got on the ship, because this is, for anyone that has ever sailed with Royal Caribbean, this is kind of like the best of everything. And then the typical Royal Caribbean when they launch a new ship. Let's throw more bells and whistles its way. So tell us about, because this is a lot of the features here people will know from Oasis class ships as well, things like the neighbourhoods and Central Park and everything else, but there are lots of news that are specific to Icon, aren't there?
Oh, absolutely. There's new dining there, there's new entertainment. The show on board will absolutely blow your mind. It's the best.
I believe that the Wizard of Oz might be making an appearance on Icon, and it's a full production show, right?
Full production show, the same as you'd get on any other Royal ship that does a West End show. You get a full production of Wizard of Oz on board.
And the ticket price for that is?
Absolutely nothing.
That's the greatest thing, isn't it? I love Nick Weir, of course, who heads up showbiz and production at Royal Caribbean. I follow him on Twitter and see everything, all the latest gossip that's happening. And they throw millions and millions of dollars at entertainment, don't they, Royal Caribbean?
Oh, absolutely. We've got a 12,300 square metre production studio in Miami, producing all these fantastic shows for Royal.
It's just incredible. I mean, the Aquadome, what used to be the Aqua Theatre, or what is the Aqua Theatre on other ships, in Icon, it's one great big dome, which is sort of multi-use, is it? It's not just for the Aqua Theatre shows, is it?
That's right. It will be sort of a leisure area during the day. There'll be food options there as well. But it's going to be unbelievable.
There's kind of little people watching pods in the Aquadome as well, isn't there? Which is something new. Tell me about that. It's a place where you can just go in. You can go in with your other half of your group, can't you, and play games. But you get this great sort of, I call it a sort of gongoozling, people-watching point of view, because you're in your own little kind of space.
Totally, but who doesn't love a people watch on holiday?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Oh, I'm the nosiest of beggars, let me tell you. I love it. Honestly, we're going to tell you so much more about it over the coming months as well. And there's lots more information on our website as well about Icon of the Seas. Now, of course, she launches in January, so very, very soon. But so many of the sailings right the way through 2024 are so jam-packed already. But we do have some availability, so have a look on the website, because dates on the offer we're about to tell you about run from January next year right the way through to April in 2026. And Icon of the Seas, her home port will be Miami through those first 2 years. So we're going to give you a price for the 4th of September in 2025, which feels like about 3 or 4 years away. It really will roll around very, very quickly. And we're going to start this by flying you off to Miami in America. Who doesn't love Miami? Have you ever been, Trace?
I was there this year, actually.
Okay. Yeah. What was your highlight of Miami?
I think the Cuban area was so much live music, really great food.
It was a good atmosphere as well.
Fantastic atmosphere.
Wonderful. Right, let's have a look around Icon then, and we can have a slightly deeper dive this time. So we talked about that big aquadome. Now, everything that people love about Royal Caribbean is kind of there. All the classics are there, the rock climbing walls, the flow rider, things that people absolutely love. I think something that will really appeal if you've got a younger family is this surfside area, because that kind of feels like it's brand new.
Oh, it is brand new, and it absolutely is for families with young children. The staterooms that are around that are actually designed for families with children.
And there's dining there as well?
There is, yeah. So very often with young kids, you won't want to sit down and have a 3-course meal, so there's options for quick dining there as well.
Which is brilliant. I love the fact this zoning of ships just makes so much sense. And it's Royal really that have absolutely led the way on this. The Aquadome looks absolutely spectacular. We're seeing it there, and you're going to see those kind of hair-raising water shows, and actually very, very different shows where before it may have been focused on kind of high diving. It's kind of more production now as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we've got Olympic athletes on our team now at Royal that will be doing those shows.
And they are amazing. You literally, you hold your breath, don't you, when you're watching the shows. They're amazing. You've also got the Hideaway as well, which we just saw there, which is complete contrast to all of the thrills and activities there, a place to really go and sort of chill out and be at one.
Completely, yeah. The vibes will be complete chill out to go there at sundown in the pool with a drink, just my idea of heaven. We're
in Central Park right now, and I know there's a couple of additions to Central Park now as well, like Izumi on the go, so you can literally go and grab some sushi, and team that up with a nice glass of bubbles, I believe, as well.
Oh, who wouldn't want that? Absolutely.
It's just incredible. I mean, it is vast, and I can see why there's been a massive demand for these sailings, especially early on. We said before, they're going out of Miami, so literally the eyes of the world are on this ship right now, aren't they?
And it deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like one of those wait list things. It's almost like, you know, one of those exclusive clubs or that really posh restaurant that's owned by a celebrity that you can never get a table at. This ship, in terms of cruise, is exactly that. Let's take you through the itinerary on this one. 7-night itinerary out of Miami on this one. We're going first of all through to Puerto Costa Maya, which is wonderful. Grab your snorkeling gear here for sure. Wonderful, colourful underwater world of the Banco Chincoro, and I hope I've said that correctly. Then we're off to Roatan in the Bay of Islands here. You can take a massive zip line here and glide through the air as high as 75 feet through the tropics there, which sounds lovely, and you can go individually or you can go with a guide. I'll take the guide, thank you. Next, go to Cozumel in Mexico, of course, the Mayan ruins of Tulum here, most popular, and you can unwind with a beachside massage there at the Playa Mia as well. Then we have a day at sea, and we're into perfect day at Coco. Are we going Key or K today?
It's K for me.
Coco K. And you've been, haven't you?
Yes.
Tell me.
Oh, it's the most beautiful island, but with everything on there. It's literally our best ships on land. So the food moves onto the land. There's beautiful, beautiful pink sandy beaches. It's utterly gorgeous.
And you dock right up to the pier there, so you literally step off the ship, you're there.
Oh, absolutely, and the party starts from the minute that you get off the ship.
Amazing, and there are so many different things you can do. Hire cabanas, lots of water sports activities that you can treat yourself to as well. But it's all really also about taking that lovely chill vibe just off the ship, and there's nothing like, you know, laying on a beach and just...
Oh, completely fabulous. That's exactly what I did when I was there.
Yeah. It just looks incredible. It looks like there's so much there to do as well. This is really, I think, this ship, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this ship as well really gears itself nicely to family groups in particular, whether you've got children with you or not.
Absolutely.
You know, getting generations of the family together, because where we say there is something for everyone, there's no ship that really says that better than Icon, is there?
I absolutely agree. Yeah, multi-generational families are ideal for this ship.
And that's what's happening more and more right now, isn't it? Is that people are, we couldn't travel for a long time, so people have gone, right, okay, we need to get together. While we can, we should. And what a great way of doing it, because everyone can do their own thing. There is dining for everyone. It's kind of hassle-free, isn't it, really? Oh,
completely. I travelled with 3 Generations back in August on one of our ships, and it was seamless, absolutely seamless. There was something for everybody every single day of the holiday.
It just sounds amazing. I'm kind of there. In my head, I'm already there, because I've been on Wonder, and Icon is the newest new. And there's another one on top of that coming in 2025 as well. I just can't wait to get on board, and I'm sure you're the same as well. This is a great offer. Remember, it includes your flight out to Miami. You've got a couple of nights stay there, and then you've got 7 nights of cruising on the brand new Icon of the Seas. Now, we are looking in the summer of 2025 for the price I'm going to give you, but we can do low deposits today, which is brilliant. £249 each. Today, we'll get the price secured for you. And for the biggest ship in the world. Oh my word, that's so exciting to say as well. And I know, for everyone, not for everyone is the big ship thing, but, actually, I always say the bigger the ship. In fact, I was having a discussion this morning with the team. We were having a big meeting here today with the team, and I was saying, you know what? When I've been on the biggest ship of the world that's there right now, Wonder of the Seas, when you're on board, you don't get that feeling of vastness. You have no idea almost. You've just got so many more choices, so many places to be, so many more options when it comes to dining, so many more people watching. If you're a nosy beggar like I am, I absolutely love it. Now, this package runs on other dates as well, as I say, starting from January. Now, a lot of those cruises are already sold up and gone, but the cruises start running from January right the way through 2024, 2025, and right the way through to April in 2026. And you've also got the option to what we call back-to-back this as well, because every 7 nights she's doing a different cruise. So actually you could do 2 cruises back-to-back with a Caribbean itinerary as well to add to this. It's incredible. Let's look at the upgrades. We could take up the whole show with just this one offer. Honestly, it is incredible. I know we haven't got time to, but it is just, the world is your oyster with this ship, isn't it?
Completely.
I love it. You're going on soon as well, aren't you?
Well, hopefully. Very soon, but it's so full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Difficult to get a place. Well, the world is trying to cruise on this ship. So, I mean, seriously, I know we're booking right out into 2025 here, but I would get those plans in place right now, because seriously, it's booking up like you would not believe. Right, okay, we have to move on from the newest and the boldest and the bravest to talk about a couple of ships, actually, we've not featured on Cruise1st TV for quite a while, but very, very exciting indeed. Next, we're taking an Iceland and Greenland discovery with a Boston stay. So it's the 19 nights altogether, starts on the 22nd of August, so the back end of our so-called summer, if we get one next year, who knows. We'll fly off to Amsterdam first. That's always fun, isn't it? And in Amsterdam, you'll join Jewel of the Seas from Royal Caribbean for 16 nights of cruising. So we are talking, Jewel of the Seas is so popular as well, isn't she? I mean, she's been around for a wee while. Lots of people have travelled with her and they go back again and again. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think with it being a Radiance class ship, we call them the ships of light. They've got the glass everywhere that you can see all around, so they're perfect for destinations like Iceland and Greenland. And I think for those real explorers out there, because it's slightly smaller, sometimes if you want a slightly smaller ship, Jewel is just perfect for you.
But when you're in a scenic part of the world as well, you want to be at eye level with the scenery as well. And a cruise ship just gives you that unique vantage point, doesn't it?
Completely.
Just going back to the point about, larger ships and whatever, even though we're looking at a smaller ship here with Radiance, it's true to say that the only time you get a sense of scale of the ship is literally when you're stood in the port looking at it. While you're on it, you're so immersed in it, aren't you, the ship itself, you don't give a thought to the size necessarily, do you?
Absolutely not, no. No, not at all.
What's your favourite restaurant? If I was to pin you down to a favourite restaurant on Jewel, what would it be? Would it be the speciality dining? Would it be the Windjammer?
Oh, do you know, it's hard to say. I'm a big fan of Chops Grill, I must admit.
I tell you what, it gets you every time, doesn't it? It gets you every single time. Wait till you see the itinerary on this as well. It's super exciting. 16 nights out of Amsterdam. Wonderful. And we're heading straight up after 2 days at sea to Akureyri in Iceland. I'll do my best to pronounce these Iceland and Greenland names. Some of them are a bit tongue twisting. Go and see and enjoy some of the Icelandic cuisine here. Absolutely beautiful. The thermal pools, of course. Ísafjordur is next. That translates into the Fjord of Ice. Now, we all know it's known for its fishing, fine dining and relaxation, and that's all good with me. Next, we're heading into the capital, into Reykjavik. You can take a wonderful excursion here with Royal to the springs of the Giza region, such as the Gullfoss Falls, and also there's a big bubbling lake area as well. And you can bathe in the hot pools at the Fontana Spa. I'll be up for a bit of that, definitely. Then we've got a day at sea. We're doing some scenic cruising into Qaqortoq, I believe it's pronounced, in Greenland. You can take a boat to the nearby uninhabited island of Unartoq here for the wonderful hot springs and warm waters. Bit of a theme running through this, isn't it? Like lovely warm waters and bubbling pools. Sounds lovely. Next, we're going into Nuuk, I believe it's called, in Greenland. You can stroll around the old harbour here. Lovely fjord views. Try the local caviar. Apparently that's the thing here. Very, very nice. Straight out of the sea. Couple of days at sea and we're in somewhere very different now, Nova Scotia. So we're heading up Canada Way here. Stroll in from the port to the Charlotte Street and the town centre there. That's a real draw, and you can take an old Sydney walking tour with Royal Caribbean as well. Lots of excursion opportunities. You don't even need to have been to these places or done any homework. There's port presentations along the way. There's lots of excursions for you on board, and they're very, very popular as well. Halifax in Nova Scotia, again, lots of tours available here, or hop on and hop off on the bus there. A day at sea, and we arrive in Boston, and that's where we sadly say goodbye to Jewel of the Seas, but you'll be back for more anyway. You probably would have booked your next cruise while you were on that one, I would imagine. In Boston, we don't send you straight home. We have 2 nights in a hotel there. Tracy, you ever been to Boston?
I'm not, no.
What do you think you'd want to do in Boston? Would you go to the Cheers bar?
Oh, of course.
That's got to be done, hasn't it? Everyone knows your name and all of that. But it looks a fabulous place to just walk around and wander and just discover. I love discovering new places. Mm-hmm. It's good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Good for the soul, good for the mind, good for the gloating rights as well, I think, actually. Still, I mean, we're talking a lot more about Iceland and Greenland these days as places to cruise to, but still so many people haven't been there.
Oh, absolutely. I've been to Iceland. It's the most beautiful country. So to see Greenland as well would be fabulous, I think. They really do go together very well.
Did you do any bubbling hot baths or anything like that?
Many times.
Did you? Yeah. I imagine it's one of those things that you just want to go back and do again and again and again. Right, okay, let's put a price tag on this then, shall we? It's for August of next year. It's 19 nights all told, including the flight to Amsterdam, 16 nights of cruising on Jewel of the Sea, should I say, from Royal Caribbean. From Holland to Iceland and Greenland through Nova Scotia into Boston. We leave Jewel there and have 2 nights in a hotel before the flight back to the UK. We've got a newly reduced price tag on this one as well. You see, that's why we invite the guests in, because we butter them up with the lovely deals, and it always works. Get them on the telly, that'll make it cheaper. 1699 per person. You can put deposit down on this today, by the way, just £249 each. And remember, your cruise sets off out of Amsterdam. As it is, we just fly to Amsterdam and join the ship. But if you haven't been for a while, I haven't been for a good few years to Amsterdam actually, you want to add a couple of nights there, or add more than 2 nights in the package in Boston, make it 3 or 4 nights, maybe go on to New York from there. Talk to the team, we'll make it happen, not a problem whatsoever. Now, because we've got a newly reduced price on the inside, should we have a cheeky look at the upgrades, shall we? Shall we? Why not? Thank you very much, Joe. That's brilliant, isn't it? That's amazing. That's a nice Christmas present for us, isn't it? We always like that, don't we? Because you know that means more holidays, of course.
Absolutely.
How many holidays do you recommend that we should take a year? Go on.
Personally?
Take your Royal Caribbean hat off for a second.
At least 4.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I like the cut of your jib. Wonderful. Yeah, as many as possible, I say, definitely. Listen, if you want to know more and take advantage of that newly reduced price tag there, we have got the solo price on screen as well. Lots of people ask me all the time. I met a lovely lady called Ali recently who said, I want to know the solo prices because I travel on my own. So we always put those on the screen where we can as well. So we do absolutely. And I know the cruise lines more and more are catering for solo passengers as well in a big, big way. Right, talking of big, let's go to a bigger ship right now. We're going Quantum Ultra right now on a Greek Isles adventure from Rome. Now, this has dates running from May right the way through to September. We're going to price it up on the 23rd of June for you next year, so not long to wait. We'll fly off to Rome first, where we'll transfer you down to the port of Civitavecchia to embark this beautiful creature here. It's Odyssey of the Seas. So we haven't seen Odyssey on the TV for a long, long time. So now she's Quantum Ultra. So everything we talk about on Anthem of the Seas, Quantum, you know, it's there.
Absolutely, it's there.
They are such an exciting class of ship, aren't they?
Oh, they are, and I must admit, I might have a favourite there with the Quantum class, having travelled twice on Quantum this year.
Yeah, they are brilliant. Right, so tell me, what for you, what is the thing you like most and head to, whether it's watching it or doing it?
I think watching it, we've got the North Star on board the Quantum class.
Have you not done it?
Yeah, I've done the North Star.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, on Anthem, but on this trip, visiting the most beautiful Greek islands, and if you're in port, looking over on North Star so far up in the air, that's definitely a highlight for me.
This is lovely, and so many amazing restaurants as well. I love the fact that with Quantum class you get nice places where you can just escape as well, because it is so full of whizzy bang things, you know, for people to do, activities, you know, the ripcord and all of those kind of things. But there are some people that is not for them, and they just want that complete escape. I want my book and somewhere warm. Oh,
absolutely, and I think the solarium, the adults-only solarium, is perfect for that.
I love them. I think they're brilliant. And there's so much to keep everyone interested and entertained, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. So while you're sailing, that you'll never be short of something to do. As I said, I took 4 children on board a Quantum class ship this year, and they didn't want to get off.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. On this ship, can I pin you down to a favourite restaurant? Hold that thought. We'll go through the itinerary 1 second, and then I'll come back to your favourite restaurant. Right, so we're going out of Rome on this one. Santorini is the first port there. Absolutely picturesque. It's where you go and take those beautiful photos and just wander around in the sunshine. What more do we need to say? Next, we go to Kusadasi in Turkey. Of course, Ephesus. Everyone heads to Ephesus here. They're forever finding things. There are new parts of Ephesus as well. It's incredible. There's always something going on there. And you can visit local distilleries if you like ouzo, which I remember back in the day. I think I remember it anyway. They were certainly memorable nights, I think. Mykonos is next. You've got the Treasure of Mykonos excursion here, so you can visit olive groves and wineries and see the historic Anomera all in one day. And then a day at sea into Naples. And you've just been to Naples, Tracy, as well, haven't you?
Yes, I was in Naples in October. Went to Pompeii.
Did you? Is it spectacular?
Absolutely spectacular.
It looks lovely. At the end of the cruise in Rome, we transfer you then back to the airport for the flight back to the UK. Let's come back to your favourite restaurant on board.
I would have to say, on a Quantum class ship, my favourite restaurant would be the Windjammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much choice, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely.
You have to kind of hold yourself back, don't you, a little bit, because you're kind of like, I want a bit of that and a bit of that and a bit of that, and actually I want to go back again and again and again. Of course, the joy is that you can.
Yes, you can.
You've got such a massive choice, especially at breakfast, and breakfast runs at a good time as well. You don't have to be up with the birds at like 7 o'clock in the morning, do you?
No, not at all. It's holiday. You want to have a little bit of a lie-in sometimes.
It's brilliant. Sometimes breakfast sort of runs into brunch, and that's all fine. That's what cruise time is all about. What you do, you notice on these shows, I very rarely wear a watch, and it's the same when you're on a cruise as well. You just really don't need to pay attention to the time. Just lie back and enjoy it. It's wonderful. That's what it's all about, isn't it? We all need a bit of that, don't we? If you're just busy with Christmas preparations right now, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's music to my ears. Thank you very much. Someone else doing all the cooking, the cleaning and all the stuff, and entertaining everyone at the same time. Heaven. Anyway, right, so June next year included the flight to Rome, the transfer to the ship, which is Odyssey of the Seas, 7 nights of cruising with Royal Caribbean, Santorini, Kusadasi, Mykonos and Naples back to Rome, the transfer from the ship back to the airport and the flight back to the UK. And a partridge in a pear tree. And here's your price tag, because it's darn good, let me tell you. Really, really, what a great value family holiday that would be. And I tell you what, if you got the kids with you, you might even just by osmosis, you might even get a little bit of education from these historical sites, kind of permeating them by osmosis. And then when they're back on the ship, it's fun time all over again. Other dates on the package from May to September next year. And here's your upgrade prices as well. Ooh, not much more to go ocean view there, which is very, very nice indeed. I think that is wonderful. And I think actually, you know, I mean, I know I'm of a certain age now. I'm in the over 50s bracket now, which I'm quite proud of, actually. I'm almost wearing a badge. But I wasn't doing holidays like this when I was a kid.
Oh, no.
No way.
No, not at all.
We had a weekend at the seaside if we were lucky. You know, I mean, this is incredible. So I think, you know, we must never underestimate what kids can get out of a holiday like this.
Oh, completely. They absolutely love it. Everything there is targeted for families anyway on board, and the experiences they'll have will last them a lifetime.
And take the whole family as well is also the message, because even if you are, like me, a few more years on the clock, if we're talking a more mature cruiser, there is everything for them as well.
Oh, absolutely. There's everything for every age group.
It is amazing. Have to go back to talking about Icon of the Seas. Where will you go? Because this will be the new biggest ship in the world, of course, launching in January. Where, when you do eventually get on board, and you work for Royal Caribbean, it's like she can't get on herself. She works for Royal Caribbean. That's how big the demand is.
Absolutely.
But where will you be heading first?
I think I'm going to do the Western Caribbean itinerary as one of my favourite places to go to, and going to Coco Cay at every departure is, I can't wait to get back there. It really was beautiful.
If I give you the golden ticket right now to get on board, which will be the first thing that you want to see on the ship?
The Aquadome.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want one of those big, high-level, you know, kind of tables where you can sit, play games with whoever's with you, and just watch. Yeah. There's great shopping on board as well, isn't there?
Oh, there's always great shopping on Royal, and that's my downfall, to be honest. I always come back with a suitcase full of extras after I've been on board.
What's your favourite thing, just very, very quickly, because we're about to run out of time, but just very, very quickly, again, take your Royal Caribbean hat off for a second. What's your favourite thing about cruising? Why should people do it?
Waking up somewhere new, more or less, almost every day. There's a new experience to be had every single day. And I don't think a land holiday really matches to what you can get on board a ship for the quality of the food, quality of the entertainment, and also the service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is amazing. Now, we've just talked about Icon of the Seas in this show, but we're very soon, you'll be back to talk about Star of the Seas, because the bookings are open right now. Are they open now?
Yes, they started now. Started this week. So
right.
Star of the Seas is ready.
Okay, fantastic. And she's not coming until summer of 2025.
That's right.
But she will be, again, Icon class as well.
That's right.
It's good, actually, that they've got another one coming around so soon, because, you know, Icon is so popular. Tracy, thank you so much for coming in. Come back soon.
I will.
Thank you very much. And thank you for watching as well. If you've got any questions for us about any of these cruise ships, by the way, feel free to drop us an email in studio@cruise1st.tv. And we are, where's my badge? Happy to help whenever you need us. Give us a call, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.